Sowmya.
Hi.
Hi, Sowmya.
Hi, Kavita. Hi, Rama.
Hi.
Hi, sir.
Hey, Sanjeev.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome. So we're just playing a small game. Srijata, do you want to explain what we're trying to do here? Pipe, and you've been
Sure,
quiet.
sure, absolutely. Yeah. So we are just giving a picture cue, and you got to come up with a quick story or a quick situation out of it, looking at the picture. It could be your childhood dream. It could be something unfulfilled. It could be something that you wish to do, or maybe an experience that you would remember through the picture. So go for it. What does this picture define you? What does this picture about a black and white high-rise buildings and an empty road speak to you? What does it talk to you about?
Can I go?
A day of Bandh in Bombay.
Nice one at that. I think Kavita wanted to say something.
Yeah, Anusha beat me to it. I was going to say something like COVID 3.0, and then all the streets are deserted.
Do you really want that?
I
We
don't
already
want it,
had
but that's
1,
what this
2 of
picture
COVID.
reminds me of.
Oh my God, that's
So
interesting.
the Rama here is actually a published author himself, and I think you can put him on the spot. Feel free to do that.
Okay, so I think this looks like I Am Legend, yeah, played by Vijay Sethupathi in Mumbai.
Interesting. I like that. I like that thought process. That's very, very nice. Who else? Who else wants to go with this?
Shall I go? This is Aishwarya
Yes,
here.
Aishwarya. Yes, sure, Aishwarya.
This,
One another story is yes. How about this?
oh, what is
Archana,
this
I think
again?
Aishwarya was going to talk about the high rises. Can you go back to the high rises?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, Aishwarya.
Hi, Sowmya.
Aishwarya, you want to still go ahead and say the story about the high rises? Though I know the picture is different in the screen.
Okay, so the high rises reminded me of Woody Allen's Manhattan, the movie. Although the buildings here are not at all like the buildings in Manhattan, I'm sure. It's probably from India, but that was the first thought that came to my mind.
Absolutely. I think even I felt the same looking at this. I actually felt walking in Singapore streets where all the high rises are there on the left and the right, and you just walk on the streets easily without much disturbances. That was my thought process on that.
Archana, you want to bring up the next image?
Yes, please.
Wow, 5 minutes back, we just had 11 people. Now we have 44. We have multiplied 4 times more. That's amazing. Welcome, everyone. Sowmya, who do you think this should go to? The box.
Let's see. Sanjeev. I'm going to put him on the spot.
Well, it reminds me of an extremely old biryani place.
Looks like I have another friend in a biryani lover. Sanjeev, even I love biryani. So we can probably catch up sometime.
You can't be in Chennai and not love biryani. Otherwise, you need to leave Chennai.
Oh, she's from Hyderabad. So she.
I don't love biryani.
Well, I hate biryani, for the record.
Vegetarian, perhaps.
Yeah.
What's next?
Okay. So I'll probably just go with an introduction of Srijata. So Srijata, thank you so much. So quite a good number of just
We have just completed half century, like an awesome Indian cricket team, King of Australia. So awesome, great job. Let's clap for everyone, whoever has joined.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah.
Thank you for being there for Sowmya, and I can tell you the book is going to be awesome. This is insider stories.
I actually got the privilege to go through some of it. Thank you so much for adding up to that. Okay, so thank you so much, Srijata and Sowmya, for joining. Quite a good number of us already know Sowmya, but here's some small introduction introduction about Srijata. So I would like to invite her for I would like to thank her for presiding over this meeting. Srijata, just to bring all of the notice, bring everyone to the notice. Srijata is an international professional speaker and author of Setback Leadership. She has also written 4 other anthologies in varied subjects. She loves speaking using engaging real-life stories, amusing incidents, self-deprecating humor, personal experiences, and painful setbacks. Her expertise lies in guiding businesses and individuals to rise beyond their challenges, fears, and limiting beliefs to achieve holistic success in their professions and lives. She is also the membership chair of the Professional Speakers Association India. Srijata, thank you for coming over, and nice to have you here today. Over to you.
Thank you, Archana, for that nice introduction. It always feels good when somebody else says good things about you, doesn't it? So for me, it's not different either. So I feel really great to be here and honored that Sowmya reached out to me and said, can you launch my book? And you know what? Every time someone writes their first book, I feel it. I feel it in my heart. How much of labor of love is that new book, that first book that anybody writes? Sowmya, I hope this is just one of the first that you write, because I see you write amazingly well and you have brilliant creative juices in your mind. We want to see more of you. With that, I'll start the proceedings, and I will also start by calling Sowmya into the picture so that she can come and talk to us more about the book. Sowmya, can we have you?
Hey, Srijata, thank you so much for agreeing to preside over this book launch. As you said, yeah, it's a lot of butterflies in my stomach as I was writing and getting ready to launch the book. But thank you so much.
It's totally my pleasure. Can I ask the audience to give virtual claps for her? We can do this, or we can do this. Thank you so much. So it will be my privilege to actually introduce Sowmya to all of you. I know many of you already know her, so I'm going to start with the boring, mundane, professional life of hers, and then take some interesting turns in introducing her. So let me start with it, right? Sowmya is an expert in planning and operations. Her expertise spans in software development, international operations, and growth strategy. She's the Chief Operating Officer at Exeter Premedia Services, an e-publishing company. That is professional endeavors. How about personal interests? Well, let me bring out the more creative side of you, of Sowmya. Sowmya's motto is to keep chipping away one step at a time. She believes that the life should be simple. We should not complicate it too much. Have fun with life. I totally agree with you on that, Sowmya. And she likes to work with people, helping them realizing their potential. Wow. She has a very unique trait. And this, I'm adding it with permission from Sowmya. And that is that she can make any mundane day-to-day experiences absolutely stunning and beautifully twisting. Yesterday, I was reading a chapter of her book to my daughter, and she said, Mama, this is not an adult storybook. This is a kid's storybook. So Sowmya, welcome. And you have successfully written a book which will appeal everyone from young to old. Welcome, Sowmya. I'm happy to have you here.
Thanks, Srijata. Absolutely. Pleasure.
Great. So we're going to ask Sowmya a few more questions to understand what was going inside her mind when she was writing this book, and why did she choose to write this book, and so on. So we're going to have a quick fireside chat. Would it be okay with you, Sowmya, if a few questions are asked by the audience? Would you like that?
Sure, absolutely. Why not?
Perfect. So audience, this is your chance to ask Sowmya as many questions as you want. And Ravi, you can also ask her questions that you probably can't ask her while you are at home.
Or at work.
No, she still has to come back home, so I'll get in trouble nevertheless.
Right. And the first question that I have in my mind, Sowmya, is first of all, why Sweet and Sour? Why did you choose to write this particular book?
So I'm actually surrounded by a lot of writers. My father is a writer. He's published about 3 books. And in fact, in my company, we have typeset his books. Ravi himself has written a very small book that we published again. A lot of my friends are writers. You, Srijata, you're an author yourself. So I think there has been a lot of peer pressure to say, why not? Just give it a shot, right? So, and I've had some very good friends pushing me on, egging me on, and saying, hey, just give it a shot. And because I've read my blogs and people started telling me I had a nice writing style and all of that stuff. So as I was thinking about what I could write about, I'm no expert in any topic. I didn't feel like I knew enough about any serious topic to actually write about it. But simple everyday life, that's what we all go through. So I decided, why not write about what we all face every day, but try to put an interesting twist to it. And what started out as small stories, I shared it with a few friends and found that they found it very interesting. And that was, the motivation for me to kind of keep it going. And hence, yeah, Sweet and Sour.
So why the name Sweet and Sour?
I think our life is that, isn't it? There's a lot of sweet moments and there's a lot of sour moments. We often sometimes only remember the bad things that happen to us when we feel bad. We forget about the small little things that bring joy every day, right? And I think my book I was wanting to try and capture those little moments that we have every day that brings a smile to our faces, right, to our lips. And we all live between these big moments, these big bang. It could be like this big graduation, this big promotion, or this, some massive earth-shattering events. But actually, life happens between these events. So your day in and day out, what happens in your life is still interesting. And I think, that's all that I was trying to capture, is to say that your everyday life can still be interesting. It's all about how you're looking at it. And if you wear the lens of being excited about every single day, you will find that you'll be enthusiastic about the small moments that happen in life that bring a joy to you.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, now that we know it's a book about short stories. So how many stories are there in the book, Sowmya?
There are a total of 19 stories. I'd like to say that the astrologer told me that 19 was my lucky number, and that I should stick at 19, but that's not the truth. Beyond that, my creative juices kind of dried up. And I was like, chalo, just be done with it. Let's just publish. 19 is a good number. Let's just go with it.
Like that there. I think, even if you would have said the astrologer story, everybody would have believed it. A lot of people have such kind of beliefs, right? So that's fun. And one more question I'm going to ask you here. You sent me a copy of the book. I was just going through it and I realized that between 2 big stories, there were this tiny little, filler stories. What was your inspiration in writing those in between? They came across as a very nice little surprises for me in the book,
Right. So it was a self-challenge to see how you could tell a story in as short words as possible, as short sentences, the shortest paragraph, and still convey and make it really interesting. And so I just took it upon as a personal challenge and said, okay, let's see how you can tell something that's still interesting and keeping the reader hooked, or still is capable of bringing a smile to somebody's face in as small sentences or as few sentences as possible. That's the answer that I want to give. That's the politically correct answer. But the real answer is, when the first typeset version came back, there were all these blank pages and I was staring at them. It didn't look right. And somebody came and said, oh, hey, you should try writing a few poems. Why not do some artwork and insert them? And I was like, no, can't write poetry, can't do artwork. The only thing I could do was to write another short story to fill in the pages. So that's really what happened. There were a lot of blank pages and I said, okay, let's try and fill it the best way I know I can.
I think this is what I would call it, brutally honest. And I think there's a lot of learning from here. Don't be politically correct all the time. You got to be brutally honest. That also brings smile on people's faces, you see.
Right.
The last question that I have before we go to the much awaited book launch is, what's unique about Sweet and Sour? I want to, come out from your mouth. I have my version of what is unique in the book, but I want you to tell me what is unique in the book.
Well, what's unique is that it's my book. So obviously that makes it very unique. And I'm so grateful that a lot of people have taken the time to read it, because I know we all live in such a fast world, and time is the most precious commodity. So I'm really, really grateful when people have read it and have shared their comments and positive comments back with me. And some of them have been suggestions for how to make it better next time. But what makes it unique, I think, is the fact that I'm actually celebrating the mundane, celebrating daily life, and it kind of showcasing the fact that can still be interesting. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you can still look for, hey, if the maid comes on time, something to smile about, So,
oh, yes.
Yeah. So there are still a lot of things to celebrate in your daily life. And I think we all should, because that just puts a smile on our face and makes us that much more positive to take on the day.
Lovely, lovely. I think I'll keep my comments for what is unique in the book towards the end. Let's not hold the people who are eagerly waiting for the launch right now. So here I'm going to call Sowmya's mother, Mrs. Bhavani Mahadevan, to officially launch the book. Can we have her on the screen, please? It's always a proud moment for a parent to launch their kid's book, isn't it? And I just want to see the smile, the happiness on her face when she's been pinned into the screen. Can we have her there, please, Archana?
Yeah, just give.
Sure. I just wanted to add here that I think I'm sure a lot of other women here my age will absolutely agree that our parents play such a crucial role, and especially our moms, in taking care of the brats that we give birth to, and allowing us a little bit of time and space to do a few other things that that kind of mean a lot to you. So a huge thanks to both my moms, my own mother and my mother-in-law. They have been instrumental in taking care of my children and giving that background support, the home support that has been so crucial in ensuring that I'm able to pursue some of my dreams. And I'm sure everybody here would agree to that. So yeah, there's my mother.
Oh, there she is. Welcome, ma'am. And here we have the book also on the screen. Can we have a big round of applause, please? Super, super, lovely. Now, can I request you, ma'am, to present the first copy of the book to Sowmya's father, Dr. R. Mahadevan? Sir, if you can come in yeah, that's what he's coming. Wow, amazing, amazing. And can I ask you also to give the second copy of the book to our mother-in-law, Mrs. Saraswati Venkatramani?
Thanks.
No, that's so nice. That's so beautiful to see all three of you in the same screen. Sowmya, you're blessed to have their love and their support and their blessings all the time.
Absolutely. I am absolutely blessed to have that. Absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to ask a few, I'm going to ask Dr. R. Mahadevan to talk a few words about Sowmya, about the book. If you could just say a few words here.
Thank you. And hello, everybody.
Hello, sir.
It's really a great pleasure to be part of this book launch function. And also be the first to receive the copy of the book. And it's also the first book of Sowmya. So it's two firsts. And the first event in everyone's life is special. The first child, the first job, the first salary you get, the first house you buy. All those things are special. And I'm sure it is a special occasion for Sowmya. And I'm also sure that it won't be the first only. I'm sure many such more books I would like she will produce in the future and become a recognized author. I had the occasion to read through this book because she gave me a copy, pre-launch copy, so to say. And I just want to share a few thoughts on the book itself. Firstly, I think the book is eminently readable. There are books where you can go to sleep after 5 pages. And there are books where you have to keep a dictionary with you to understand what the author is saying, like that of Shashi Tharoor, for instance. So this book, you don't need any of those. You can take it in your stride while you're waiting in the lounge for boarding an aircraft, or whether you're just waiting to see your doctor. The book is so eminently readable. And also, you don't have to remember what you have read, because by the time you read a couple of pages, the story is finished. That's a very light way of presenting a book. So that is the first thing I appreciate about it. And the second thing I appreciate about this book is its relatability. The way the stories that go there, you find at least that relates to you. I mean, of different ages, people of different gender, people of different occasion in life. For instance, there is a story about Mr. Narayan, who is a retired guy, lost his wife, back home, which is something. Another who is a person coming back from Canada after being there for more than 20 years or so and wants to find his root in his village. A very common thing that can happen to any of our own contacts, our own people. There's another which describes a lady who's waiting in a coffee shop and is cheating on her friends in having, so to say, she was on a weight loss program and wants to cheat by taking this without the knowledge of everybody. That is the second thing that I like it. In fact, there is also a story about schoolboy and girl and their emotional upheaval, all said within a page and a half, which I think is something special. So this story is, the stories in this book are highly relatable. And the third one I like about the stories is the twist that you find in the tale at the end. There are many stories that go in a particular fashion and raises emotions in you and feelings in you, which suddenly turn either from sweet to sour or from sour to sweet. So I like the title of the book, Sweet and Sour, because every story has a bit of this and a bit of that. So that's something that I also enjoy reading this. And she has also mixed up one-pagers with short stories of 5 or 6 pages. It's sort of a relief in between. You read a small bit, almost like a punchline, and you enjoy that little bit. So I think it's a very, very good beginning of putting together day-to-day activities that people can relate to and telling it in such a way that you enjoy just reading that, and you can afford to forget it and go to the next one. So I'm happy about the way the book has come out. And before I close, I must say the line sketches I find in the book are extremely good. The line sketches are so nice. For instance, the sketch about Mr. Narayanan with an umbrella hanging on his shoulders is something which you can relate to R.K. Lakshman's Common Man. So it's something which I think provides beauty to the whole book. the get-up is very good. The whole, I think, the content and the way it is packaged, I would say it's been a very good job. And I must also compliment all the people who have given her the encouragement. It's her husband, her own close family, and also the interest that Sowmya had in bringing out a book in a proper form. She has been writing small bits in her blog, but putting it together as a book also requires some hard work, I must say. So she's done a very good job, and let me greet her and also wish her all the best in her future literary career. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And you purely summarized it beautifully. Can we have a round of applause for Dr. Mahadevan once again? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to ask Sowmya's mother-in-law, Mrs. Saraswati Venkatramani, to say a few words.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, ma'am.
I'm so proud that I've been invited for this session. And knowing Sowmya, she does everything, whatever she touches, she does it very well. Whether it's in the office work or in the music side, or even in making the small column during the Markari month and all that, she excels in everything. But this phase of her is something very new. She never showed before. And she's done it very well, I would say. And I really appreciate her. See, all of us have all these experiences, but we are scared to put it in words because we underestimate ourselves and we never give it a try. But I'm so happy that she came up bold. And then because she has such supporting friends, and all of you have given your thoughts on that, that's how she is able to bring up a beautiful book. And I read through all the stories, not once, but twice. And she has connected even small expressions between older grandmother and grandchild, you know, like being in the movie theater. That story, I literally cried, you know, I had the similar experience with my grandson. And I somehow feel this book is very apt to be kept in a railway station, people taking small journey, and even in airports, people can just pick up and then read for the short journey. It's simply wonderful. And this will also encourage people who are reading it to come up with stories like this. This is my very sincere, what can I say, my expression of a book. Thank you very much for giving me a chance to speak my feelings. I'm not you know, with good words and all that. I'm a very casual person, but these are my sincere thoughts. I bless her to have, with all your support, I think she will come up with it. Thank you.
Ma'am, you were saying you were not good in speaking. I would say you were outstanding. Can we have a big round of applause for her, please? And I totally agree with you that this book needs to be completely freely available, in the sense it needs to be available as many places as possible, especially in the spots where people take journeys. You know, I mean, I always look for a good book to read while I'm taking a, you know, plane journey or a train journey, and this book could become a really beautiful companion. Every story in the book brings a smile on your face at the end of the day. With that, Sowmya, I think the audience is waiting to hear out a couple of stories. Would you like to read it for us?
Hey, I thought you were going to ask Ravi to say a few words as well. Yeah.
How can I forget?
You remember that I have to go back home. And
I'm so sorry, husband. I can't forget you.
Thank you, Sowmya, and thanks, Srijata. Thanks for the opportunity to pitch in. Srijata, there's a backstory to 19. I don't know if you, Sowmya, even realizes.
Oh, yeah.
with me all the time, and that's why 19 was the number she had to settle with.
Oh my
The
God.
number is right there. It's also like
So
See, if I was smart, that's the answer I should have given. But yeah, I learn, Ravi.
next time, always next time. But I mean, truth be told, see, Sowmya, I happen to not only be married to Sowmya, I also work with her on an everyday basis. I can tell you Sowmya is an extremely capable person, but she's humble to a fault. What do I mean by that? Well, this book's journey started about 4 years ago. It was not written yesterday. It started in 2016. She started off writing small stories, and she would send them to me on WhatsApp. I would be in various parts of the world. I would have to read it and give my feedback. And yeah, this has been going on for a while. And so when her 40th birthday came in, her book coach, Praveen Shekhar, and myself, we conspired to create a book. She had about 10 stories done at that time, or maybe 7 or 8 stories done at that time. So we got a book made. We had a bunch of blank pages set up at the end. We had it bound, and we presented it to her as her 40th birthday gift, just to push her over the edge, saying, hey, your stories are fantastic. You got to stop overthinking. Just get it out there. Now, that was about almost two and a half years ago, right, Sowmya? So Sowmya is that, I guess, she had that much inertia to get this out and feel that this is something that is worthy of publication. I can tell you, Sowmya, what you put out is fantastic. I think you really hit the nail on the head saying life is a journey. Every moment is to be celebrated. I think this last year has taught us that there is no real point in planning so far ahead, thinking of all the wonderful things that are going to come to us, when every day is a wonderful moment. I think eating an ice cream can be as enjoyable as winning the lottery. Anybody who's been to Snowfield in Chennai knows that. Banana split to die for.
Yes.
So important to celebrate all the wonderful moments. Sowmya has also given us as a company the opportunity to experience life as a publisher. So we as a company, Exeter Premedia, work with a variety of publishers across the world. We produce hundreds of books for them, but I don't think we truly understood what it meant to be a publisher till we said, we're going to be publishing Sowmya's book. So we took it upon ourselves to create a great design. Thanks to Arun Ramkumar. I'm sure Sowmya will talk about him later. But Arun Ramkumar did a fantastic job with the design of the cover and the interior. And my team put together all of the various pages. And I had to go get an ISBN. All of this is stuff that publishers have to do. There's a lot of detail that needs to be done. So we went through these motions because we wanted to understand what our customers go through. So that we had that experience and we're also able to help them better having gone through it. So it was a wonderful experience. So thanks, Sowmya, for that. And we used our flagship software called CreaDocs, which is currently used by thousands of authors across the world. So what they use is what Sowmya used to create her book. And so we're very glad that we had the opportunity to have one of our own create their book with our platform. And I would actually like to throw this out to you guys. If you want to write and you're wondering, hey, how do I get this thing done? It's so expensive. Come to us. We're happy to give life to your dreams. I think it's important for all of us to know. I think there's a book in all of us. There's a need for all of us to express ourselves. We all have wonderful events, wonderful things that have gone on in our lives. And I think all of the rest of the world can benefit from your share. Writing is not about vanity. I think there's a group of us who may think that writing is just about telling people that you wrote a book. It's not. Writing is about a way for you to connect with yourself. Write down your thoughts, write down your emotions, write down your feelings about various events. And once you write it down, you start to understand yourself better. This is the reason to write. It's not to publish. It's not to tell everybody you wrote a book. It's about telling yourself, hey, I know I've come so far in life. I've done something. I've achieved something. And here's proof of that. So this is why I encourage all of you to write. You know who to go to. Come to us. We'll get your book published. Thank you.
Superb. I think Swaminathan has raised his hand, but before that, Ravi, I couldn't agree more with you. And one thing that I'm going to tell about Ravi here is that he walks the talk. And that's what he just did. You know, very few personalities I've seen like this. And he just said that. Now, Swaminathan wants to say something. Can we unmute him, please? I think he has something to say.
Yes, Ranga, you got it. And Sudhar, absolutely. I think
you can unmute yourself and speak if you wish to. I see the hand still raised.
Yeah, I actually gave him the option.
Okay.
Maybe that's just his profile picture.
No, actually, I clicked on the particular option.
Ranga wants to say a word. Yes, Ranga, can you unmute and speak?
Archana, can you spotlight Ranga, please?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, Sowmya. So I want to predict the next launch, right? I mean, I think in very short time, Sowmya is going to be launched as an actor. I'll tell you why. Okay. So I kind of worked with her in Thai and several meetings. We worked together in GC and all that. She came across as very serious, tough, asking very results and result oriented and sharp executive honcho type. And behind all this, she was actually noting down everything of what we said and what we acted and what we spoke and what we emoted. And she was writing books actually, right? So we never knew that she's kind of making all these notes in the background. I think great, Sowmya. I think it's very nice to know this side of it. The good news is that people like us now can claim that we are known to the author Sowmya also. That's a good thing, right? Congratulations, yeah. I wish you write many more. I got the book this morning, and as I told you, I read a couple of them, and I think it's an amazing start. I will read all of that and share my feedback.
Thank you so much, Ranga. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And I couldn't agree more with you, Ranga, on this. That yes, Sowmya does come across as a tough outside and funky and interesting inside. So she's more like a coconut. When I first time met her as well, I also felt she was very serious type. But then the more I started talking to her and understanding her a little bit more, she came across as a really fun and exciting person. So yes, I totally agree with you what you just said, Mr. Ranga. Sowmya, are we ready for stories? I am totally in. I'm just sitting on the edge of my seat right now to listen to the stories.
Sure. I was initially going to read out a couple of stories, but I think, I also want to give a lot of time for people to interact. So I'm just going to cut it down to a couple of stories here.
Sowmya, you should read the first one. The first story itself.
My favorite is also the first one. Yes.
No, I'm going to give that
favorite.
away. I'm going to leave that aside. She clicked her tongue with dismay. She wasn't ready for it. No, not at all. Ouch! She flinched, but with a broad, satisfied grin as she leaned closer to the mirror and yanked out the lone gray hair that was peeking out from the top of her head. That is a personal experience. I tell you that, but the naughty gray hair keeps coming back. Okay, here's another one of the tiny tales. Don't let go, she shrieked. You're doing great. Pedal faster, he said loudly, holding the seat of the bicycle and running alongside her. Go, 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 he roared enthusiastically as he let go of the cycle and watched her pedal away with confidence. She stopped several feet ahead, turned, and beamed a huge smile back at him. You did it, Grandma, he screamed joyfully.
Wow. He just taught grandma to ride cycle. I love it.
One more from my tiny tales. Nope, she said and clicked next. No, not my type. She shook her head and clicked next. After 50 more rejections, she paused on the next picture. Very cute, she whistled to herself. She might have finally found her match. She clicked the heart next to the picture of the golden yellow Labrador on the pet adoption website. True story. We just got a dog a couple of weeks back.
This is so cute.
And no, Ravi, I'm not looking for options.
You already have one, don't you, Sowmya, at home? You need more?
Yeah.
The best gift.
Are you asking about the dog or the husband?
I leave it open to interpretation. Yeah.
Okay, so shall we go ahead now, or shall we go for probably one or two more stories?
No, stories are done. I think we can invite.
What does the audience think? I would like to know from the audience, what would they want to do? Would they want to listen?
Well, I would like to invite Mr. Praveen Shekhar here. So can you please unmute yourself?
Praveen, are you there?
I'm pretty much there, but those who know me know how shy I am. So.
Oh yeah, right.
Shoot.
Where are you? Can we see you? Yes, there you go.
Yes, so please. Can you just tell something to add, or some experience which you had regarding the book? Something to add regarding
I love the twists. I love the brevity. And I am one, you can see that's not a Zoom screen. I've got a huge library here. I've got a similar one in the office. I love books and I love first-time authors here. Srijata, I loved your book as well. And what I like about it is you can sip a cup of coffee and read through each of these. And some of these stories pretty much take us back to that location. I love Sowmya's writing style, the way she weaves the words together, transport you through. My favorite author is Wilbur Smith. I have his whole collection. He transports you into Africa because that's his space. And in this case with Sweet and Sour, Sowmya has transported us back into all those small little worlds through her words, and that makes us enjoy it that much more. Along with Ravi, I've had the opportunity of reading and reading a bunch of these stories. So as your father said, Sowmya, you should not stop with one. Skill is something that's acquired, but the will is something all of us have. And therefore, a bunch of us, Ravi and myself included, are going to slowly keep nudging you because we need a whole lot more that's got to come out. So that's my part. And in terms of, Srijata, your question of my working with Sowmya can be summarized into 3 words, sweet and sour.
You are that to whoever works with you, Praveen, and I am a live example of that. I mean, you have truly helped me as well. So I am also grateful to you. And whoever doesn't know Praveen here, I don't know, many of you may be here who know him, but there could be few of you who may not know him. If you're writing a book, get him as your book coach. That will surely make sure that your book is outside.
Srijata, if I may add, I think Sowmya and I are certainly lucky to have a friend like Praveen to keep pushing us on, keep connecting us with what our capabilities are. I think what Praveen does for us and for our family is outstanding. Very, very thankful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Praveen. Thank you.
Okay, next I would also like to invite Mr. Arun Kumar here.
Yes, the man behind those beautiful drawings, isn't it?
Hi. Yeah, I did the cover, but I think drawings are by Surender, another friend of the company. But first of all, I'd like to congratulate Sowmya on getting a first book out. I know it's been under wraps for quite a while, but finally glad to see the light of day. So congratulations and look forward to a lot more. First, thanks to Praveen because he is the one who connected me at Sowmya and Ravi. So I think Praveen, as you said, has been helping a lot of us become authors and also helping me improve my book cover design. So that's first thanks go to him. As far as the cover design goes, I think Sowmya sent me a first draft and as all of you said, really lively, enjoyable short stories that are either sweet or sour, right? So the first thing, I obsess over food a lot. So first thing analogy that came to mind was grapes because they invariably are either sweet or sour. And unlike investing in a big fruit like apple or mango, you can just grab a handful, pop them in your mouth and finish them quickly. So I think that stuck my mind in the imagery of how the cover should be and that carried forward to beautifully. And I thank Sowmya for taking the cover without too many changes. So I'm glad it all worked out fine. And I wish you all the best. And thank you all so much for joining us. And I look forward to a lot more.
I just want to add that Arun Ramkumar is phenomenal. He somehow manages to understand what you actually want without you telling it. And in the very first draft that he sends back is the best, right? And I also want to point out that I was doing all these columns in Margari and a lot of people said, hey, the inside things look like the column designs. And I didn't even realize that that they actually connected. So yeah, thank you so much, Arun. Thank you so much for really understanding what we want without, expecting us to tell everything. But that's phenomenal. You have a gift there.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So true. So very true. Arun, you are the best.
Thank you very much, Arun. We would like to also go for just 2 more people. Why don't we go for Bala as of now? Hello, can you?
I think PC Bala, he had joined. I'm not sure if he's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can. Sowmya, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Bala. We can very well hear you.
I'm inside the car. No, I'm inside the car, so you may not be able to see me. It's very dark inside the car. Hearty congratulations, Sowmya. This is one of the best books I read in recent times. And, a little amount of interaction with you, during certain events really gave me the faith that there is a writer in you. And I always wanted you to write. Praveen summed up very well. There is a lot of honesty in your writing. There is a lot of originality in your writing. And the subtle sense of humor, satire, twist. I simply loved it. And it's a book for all ages. And I'm very, very happy when somebody from, this part of the country experiments with writing, because normally we take the back seat. We don't explore ourselves. We don't create a noise also. I wish, Sowmya, with this book, you start creating noise and create a scene and be seen. That's the way to go about it when you do a book. And don't stop with one book. It is not about the numbers. Books, are the best, one of the best ways to express ourselves. And you have done it so well. In fact, I already started recommending this book to a few people. Wonderful writing. And I can see you in your writing. And very relatable characters. In fact, there were some characters, some incidences which I could even relate from my own life. And that's the art of writing, great art of writing. And I just saw Ravi also. Happy to see him after a very, very long time. Normally, Sowmya projects herself as a very sweet person and Ravi as a very sour person, but it is not so. And happy to see him. No, what I meant is she's always in the forefront, and very rarely we get to see Ravi. Ravi may not even remember me, but I will meet you guys very soon. Sorry, my video may not be there. I'm inside, just back home, going back home from my office. So congratulations. Very well done. Excellent book. Keep writing. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bala. Very kind of you. Look forward to meeting.
Thank you very much, Bala. And we
Thank you.
have one last person, Kavita. So can you listen to us?
Kavita, we need you in the spotlight. Are you there?
Hi, can you see me?
We can hear you definitely. We would love to see you.
Can you spotlight her? Yeah.
Here she is. Yes, Kavita.
So, first of all, congratulations, Sowmya. And hats off to you. I think you've achieved what is on my wish list as well. So I'm inspired also. And now I know who is the book coach to etc. So thank you for showing the way. I had a couple of observations about the book itself, and I don't know if it's intentional or not. But I felt that the writing style with the twist in the ending was inspired by Saki, and I love Saki. Is one of my favorite authors, particularly for short stories. And the fact that his books were more of a criticism of society of the time, yours are really a celebration of the society as it is today. So it's this idea that, you observe the world and you notice things that others may miss, but then you challenge our preconceptions. We read the beginning of the story and we imagine a certain outcome based on our assumptions of the world, but then you turn it on its head by the twist at the end. So I found that very, very interesting, very charming, and I commend you for coming up with that sort of narration that both challenges our preconceptions, but also celebrates without being overly critical or, what shall I say, commenting on our society for its problems, but rather celebrating it for its small joys. So congratulations once again.
So true. And you're absolutely bang on with that, Kavita, what you said about the stories and the twists and the celebration of life. You know, for me, when I read the first story, I was actually not sure whether it ended. In fact, what I was thinking it was, or it wasn't. So I actually called up Sowmya and asked her, Sowmya, is that how you're intending to end this story? Is that how the messaging goes? And she said, yes. And I was like, okay, interesting. And that's how I kind of now started expecting the twist in every story. So I'm sure you will love it too. Whenever you read the book, the first story will set the tone for the rest of the book, and you will love it. I mean, I'm totally telling you this. You will totally love this book. I'm going to give this to my daughter tonight so that she can read it by herself. And I'm sure she will also get inspired by Sowmya, how to write interesting and twisted short stories. So that's what my take would be here. Sowmya, are we ready for the quiz that we planned for the audience?
And before we go for the quiz, Srijata, I would also like to add there are quite a good number of chats in the chat screen, which are all going for congratulations to Sowmya. Let those messages not go unread at all. I really love how everybody is congratulating on the launch events.
Yes, absolutely. So true. I see I see Sudarshan congratulating Meenakshi, congratulating Kumar, congratulating Swaminathan, Bala, Meena, again Kumar, then S.R. Valuri, then again another Kumar, then Suja. Oh my God, so many people congratulating you. There is a congratulations rainfall happening right now, right here. Sowmya, what do you want to say about this?
I am just truly humbled that everybody took the time to come here today, and they've taken the time to try to read the book. I'm very grateful because I think, like Ravi said, I think you have butterflies in your stomach. You're not sure if you're good enough. All of those sort of self-doubts that go through the mind of a first-time author, and I'm humbled.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, Archana, what do you say? Shall we do some interesting quiz? Let's see how attentive our audience was.
Yes, definitely needed.
Okay. Let's have some fun with the audience right now, shall we?
So all the answers, so we are going to put up some questions and the answers will be very much appreciated in the chat screen. So get your fingers in handy and let us see the answers.
So are we saying it's the fastest fingers first?
Yes, we'll be going by the fastest fingers first. So soon after your question, we'll see the answers in the chat screen. So let us see who is going to the first one.
Praveen, you haven't even shared the question as yet.
I'm sorry, some technical problem.
I see Kumar responding as well.
Okay, well, before we get the question, before we even went for the question, I could see that people have actually gone for the answers. So actually I have one direct answer as well to me. So the first one is actually by Ravi. And we have from Praveen, who has said 18. Well, I'm so sorry to say none of these.
Ravi doesn't get any prizes for guessing. Ravi, you don't get
for the right answer. Yes. No, actually till now, nobody has actually given the right answer.
Somebody is close.
Yeah, somebody is close. I was just going to say that. Somebody is actually close. Okay, I like Praveen.
Close. Someone's very, very close.
Multiple choice.
For people to count when they go back home, I think I should probably go to the next question.
Yeah, let's ask the next question probably.
Are you sharing your screen, Archana?
Yes, please.
No, I'm sorry, the answers are wrong. All of them are wrong. One of them, Sangeeta, was closer to the number, but she didn't quite get it.
Okay, shall I go for the second question then right away?
Yes, please.
Archana, if you could spotlight yourself as well so that we can see you, please.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do it right away after this.
So this was the first question which many of you got wrong. Only Sangeeta got it very, very close to the number, but she was not quite there. And I don't think we are taking answers anymore, are we?
What was the close answer? At least then we can start guessing.
Close answer was from Sangeeta. She said 36.
Okay.
So what about the guesses?
Now Praveen will start talking about 30 to 40, all the numbers. And I'm not going to give him the prize for that. There, Sangeeta.
Okay.
Hey, but wait,
Praveen, it's not fake. Just because you didn't win it doesn't make it fake, huh?
I think we need a recount.
Okay, well, yes, the answer is right by Sangeeta. The answer is 32. There are 32 grapes. Congratulations.
Yeah, but what about the main one? That's the main thing. It says sweet and sour. That is also a bunch of grapes, right?
Correct. So I'll need to intervene. So 53 is the correct answer. I think
53 is the correct answer. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with what Arun said because he designed the cover. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Fine. So shall we go for the second question now?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the second question. I'm sorry.
Opposite direction, Archana.
Okay.
Okay. These are some recorded reviews.
Yeah. So the second question is, how many frowny emojis are there on the book cover? People who have the book with you, look it up, look it up, look it up. Quickly answer. Let's see who gets the answer right.
Okay. Praveen was probably the first one here.
Yes, he was. Praveen, now you will have to accept it wasn't rigged, isn't it?
I think he bribed Arun on the side to get the answer.
Yeah, looks like. I'm sure he did something like that.
Okay, good. All right. So yes, the answer is right by Praveen and it is 2. Congratulations. This time the question is not rigged, I believe.
Yeah, right.
So we would like to show now one recorded testimonial.
Yeah, these are from some really close friends of mine.
Let's see what Anita has to say.
Hi, I'm Anita Udeep, director of the Tamil film 90 ml. So here I'm going to talk about this wonderful book called Sweet and Sour. That's written by my very close friend, Sowmya Mahadevan, who I've known from school. We also went to the same college. So what I know of her is that she was an academically brilliant student in school and in college. I always thought that she would be like a great CEO of a IT company one day, very, very capable and very good with strategies, management, and people skills. So when she told me that she had written a book, I was really surprised. I didn't know that there was this creative streak in her. And after reading the book, I was really very, very thrilled because it was beautiful, it was very emotional, very sensitive, and I really enjoyed all these short stories. And it's definitely another feather in her cap. I'm really proud of her, so I wish her the best and I hope she writes more books. And I wouldn't be surprised if she one day told us that she was going to make a movie. So kudos to you, Sowmya. All the best.
Wow. Now you
favorite
hear
ones
from them.
are The Tug, which never happened to me in my life, and The Big Tree in the Distance. The first one is just a minor, simple, fun story. And it just reminds you that in life, more often than not, we hold ourselves back. And we get this minor tug in a very chance manner. Then we essentially take ourselves forward and something interesting happens because of it. The big tree in the distance is that feeling that we are missing something in life. We think about some memories and we wish we had been to that place or wish we were there here. And what happens to Ramasamy in Canada is this whole feeling that he thinks about his village and what happened in his village. And when he took that first step, he starts going, packing his bags and leaving Canada, taking the ride, getting into that auto rickshaw and just telling the driver that he has no clue where he's going. That just tells you, right? Sometimes we just have to go for these things. And the memories is all that makes it so much more wonderful in life. Parting thoughts, life is indeed sweet and sour. A team that gets 36 all out in the first test match is a sour feeling. But the same team that comes back and wins the series with the young Rishabh Pant winning it for Team India, that was very sweet. So what started as sour ended as sweet. So this book is a great start. And if you were to read it, you will never know that this is Sowmya's first book. But let's be clear, I know her, and then I'm sure most of you know her as well. We all think this is just going to be the start. She already runs a publishing house with her husband. So printing books and making books, they should just do it anyway. And I have a feeling we will hear a lot more about Sowmya in the next couple of years. I do wish her the best of luck and a lot of success in all her endeavors. Thanks.
We want to listen to Samyukta.
It's a delightful read. The characters are extremely well carved out. The stories are ageless and can easily appeal to the young and the old, devoid of boundaries. My two sons, aged 11 and 16 years, enjoyed this book as thoroughly as I did. The stories are drawn from everyday life around us, and every ending brings a smile to your face. The stories bring out so many emotions, ranging from sheer delight to poignancy. Sowmya has this uncanny knack of making life's mundane moments so enjoyable. The protagonist in each of the stories is someone you can easily relate to and identify with. My special favorites in the book are The Big Tree in the Distance and The White Wicker Basket. I eagerly look forward to Sowmya's next book and wish her all success in her literary journey. Thank you.
Superb, superb. I think each one of them spoke from the heart and shared little tidbits about the book that really, really touched them. And I couldn't agree more with Samyukta when she said that her kids picked up the book. Even my kid is just eagerly waiting to read as her bedtime stories tonight. So Sowmya, well done there. You appeal to every one of us, whether young or old. And I think through the stories, you brought out all the, all those childhood memories, all those childlike happinesses in our faces. I had a throughout grin on my face every time I was reading the stories. So that's what my take on this would be. Now, Archana, are we ready for our quiz number 2?
Yes, definitely. And just to add, Sowmya, without even being the author of the book, I actually have a never-ending smile on my face. I can just imagine yours. Okay, let's go to the question now. Let's go to the next question. So the question is, how many stories are there in the book? So let's
see who was attentively listening. Yes. Hey, Praveen Shekhar. Now this time I'm going to tell you. Not getting any order from me. It is definitely rigged. He's definitely got the answers beforehand.
What's the question?
Actually, I got the answer right. I sent a direct message to somebody. So I think, Praveen, I beat you.
Oops. Hey, somebody has leaked the question paper. What is it?
Looks like, yeah, I have a feeling.
Hey, and it is 19 because of Ravi's birthday. So do I get extra points? I was listening.
Oh, I was just going to say that. Okay, what shall we come for this? So why don't you give an answer for this? Whom shall we give the score for this?
I think definitely not Praveen. Sangeeta actually came up with the 19 first. So Sangeeta should get the
okay.
Yeah,
Sangeeta got
she beat
it
everybody to it. Yeah.
You're right.
Hey, can I re-record my video?
No. It's already done. That's why I asked you to record.
19 plus 8 tiny tails. Okay.
That's being very, very precise. I like that, Kavita. I really like that.
Kumar says 19, but what about the small stories? Okay, so let's go for the next question, shall we? So here's the question, and it says...
The next one.
How many tiny tales are there in the book?
Let's see who's got the
answer which comes after this only. Okay. Yes, Sangeeta literally has the, you know,
no.
I can feel like she has all the keypads ready with it. So she's typed on the answers already.
Right. Did they get the answer right? I don't think so. None of them have got it right yet. No?
They're making me question myself,
Anusha,
actually.
No.
They're coming close, though. We are already
giving
close. Okay.
Srijata, you succeeded in making Praveen shy. He didn't put his response at all.
We are still awaiting. We are still awaiting.
Praveen, I was just pulling your leg. Don't take me too seriously.
I think Praveen and shy, right? I don't even see how this is possible.
Exactly, my point is. 13, no.
No, still not.
Attentive listeners, we are looking for it. Yes, we got the answer. Kumar.
Oh. Okay, so we have the first right answer, and as of now, the only one. But yes, we have got one more, Rekha. However,
one more you've got answer.
Yeah, but you came second, so we'll probably go for Kumar this time. Congratulations, Kumar, for getting it right. There are 10 tiny tales.
So 19 stories and 10 tiny tales.
Yes.
That's what we all have got. Correct?
Correct.
So do we have more questions, or are we done with our questions, Archana?
Well, we have one testimonials. And then probably we'll go for one more final question.
Okay. Let's hear out.
No, the previous one.
Hi, I'm Anita.
Previous slide, Archana.
1 minute, please.
Sowmya, while we wait, can we have your two sons come and say something?
Sure.
Have Darshan, please.
Oh yes, I would love that. I've only heard them from background. Let's hear them.
Why don't? Yeah. Okay, Darshan is there. Yeah.
We have the video ready.
Okay.
Say something.
Yeah, Darshan, we.
What was your experience with your mother?
Yes, please.
Archana, can you spotlight Darshan?
Yes.
I read a few of those short stories, and I felt they were really nice. So it was basically like a light read. And I really liked the tiny tale of the 75-year-old man who just completed his examination. So I think the design of this book looks great, and I really I hope my mom writes more books in the future.
What was your experience while she wrote the book? How did you help her?
So I remember going to the printers and collecting all the samples and looking at all the errors in the printing. So I think this is a great book, and I hope she writes more in the future.
Thank you, Darshan.
So cute, Darshan.
Okay, Archana, do you have the other testimonial that you want to play?
Yes, please. Here's the other one.
Hi everyone, I'm Meena Ramalingam. I live and work in the Bay Area.
Sowmya and I have been friends since our almost backbench days in SVCE. I'm super excited for her book launch today, and I wanted to start by saying, congratulations, Sowmya. This is super awesome. I know how much heart and soul you put into this, and I can clearly see how that got translated into a bunch of sweet, happy, touching, and mesmerizing moments for the reader. I loved reading every page of your book, cover to cover. I also enjoyed the attention to details, be it the little inserts between the stories or the artwork that was an inviting prelude to the story. I had many personal favorites, but if I had to pick one, then I would say the bestest was Miss You. I loved the way you captured the Analum Nokinar, Avalum Nokinal moment and the needle compass reference, that technical reference. I smiled so proudly knowing you. The descriptions in this story as well as the rest of the stories were so vivid and so full of life, and I could literally experience those moments. It was also super cool. I also got this sense of satisfaction at the end of each story, the same sense of satisfaction I would get when the last piece of the puzzle fits together. That aha moment, you captured it so well. You have set a new trend and you leave the reader wanting for more. Again, I wanted to congratulate you. This is the first of many more to come. Congratulations, Sowmya. Looking forward to more.
Friends, I happened to read Sowmya's book. Very, very interesting. This is one more hidden talent of Sowmya coming out. The articles are so lucid, written in very, very simple language. She carries the suspense of Perry Mason, humor of P.G. Woodhouse, and a combination. The very first article, Waiting, the suspense she takes through, and finally it's about a chocolate sundae. Very humorous and very interesting. I wish all the best to Sowmya, and I hope she keeps writing like this more and more, and to entertain people like us. Thank you very much. This is D. Suresh, fondly known as Solar Suresh. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mala Patodia, ontological coach, forum facilitator, and voracious reader. What I loved about Sowmya Mahadevan's Sweet and Sour is that it's exactly that. Sometimes sweet, sometimes sour, sometimes both, but always simple and relatable. Sowmya's ability to laugh at and with herself enables the reader to do so. Get your copy today.
Wow. That is incredible. That is truly incredible, Sowmya. Just when you launch the book, you have so many people talking great things about the book. I just want to hear your thoughts, your final thoughts on this, so that I can tell people that go ahead and pick up this book as soon as you can. Read it, review it, and let us know how did you like it. Sowmya, your parting thoughts, your final thoughts.
Sowmya, before you ask, can your second son also say something, please?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, absolutely. I've been waiting to hear him.
Speak up.
Congratulations, Amma.
So Thank you, Dhruvan.
For the launch, so he's upset.
Oh.
No, don't cry. He's going to get popcorn. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I think those are tears of joy.
From the beginning of the session, he was like, I also want to see, I also want to speak.
No. So Srijata, just to part, I think life is simple. I think we all should learn to enjoy every moment of every day. I think the last year has probably taught us all to appreciate what we have and really cherish that. So I think that's the only thing. But also, I would like to say that there's a lot of hidden talent in each and every one of us, and it takes a little bit of courage, a little bit of that push from people around you to say, yeah, you know what, let's just give it that extra bit of shot. I'm so grateful that I had people like Praveen and Ravi in my life that pushed me and said, hey, you know what, lose your inhibitions and just go put yourself out there. But I also want to thank a lot of people who took the time to read my first drafts and shared their testimonials with me. Rekha, very, everybody has like really busy lives, but they took the time out, read it, and gave such wonderful feedback that I've included in the book. Rekha Sudarshan, she's an inspiration to me. I very freely use you as a reference in any speech that I give, Rekha. I'll give you royalty later for that. Ram from my Rotary Club. Murugavel, who was my English professor back in college, he again read and gave me feedback. Sangeeta, Shankaran, Sumesh, another amazing lady that I really look up to, and I'm just inspired by what all she's capable of doing. Gokul Santanam, again, like one of my college seniors and an author himself multiple times, and a very inspiring character. Rama Ramani, who literally, there was one conversation that I had with him that he said, you know what, just do it for yourself. Don't worry about what others think and just go for it, because he had just published a couple of books and he had been through that same thing. And so I was very inspired by that conversation. P.C. Bala, again, multiple author, multiple times, but again, who took the time to give me feedback and who encouraged me to say, go for it. And of course, Praveen Shekhar, Arun Ramkumar for the wonderful designs. Surender, who used to work at Exeter, for the illustrations. And I think he did a fabulous job. He is a hidden talent. And I really wish that he pursues artwork as a career. He's stuck doing something in IT field. So I wish he tries to do that also on the side. Ratna Offset for actually coming out with the print version of the book, and they did a fantastic job. And of course, people at Exeter Premedia who helped typeset it, and the person who did the copy editing, Usha Sen Basu, who again, when I sent her the draft and she came back and said, "I think you have something that's readable here," was like, okay, all right, let's now go forth and publish it. So yes, a lot of very inspiring people behind helping me come to this particular point. And thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you everyone for supporting Sowmya. That's what I would say. And I would just like to say that go buy the book, read it, enjoy it, and please don't forget to write a review in Amazon. It will definitely help Sowmya feel great about it and probably start writing her next book. Don't we want to hear more of her stories that's there in her mind? What do you all say? So you can pick up the book from Amazon at 99 rupees in the Kindle edition. And please, please, please buy the book and please share your thoughts in Amazon. I'm sure this will go a long way. Last but not the least, Archana, who do we have as winners and what do they get?
Yes, please. So I've noted them all over here.
Yes.
And first, yes. So thank you for introducing as to where we can get the book. So I hope you all have seen that. And coming to the winners, the first quiz winner would be Sangeeta. The second quiz winner would be Praveen.
Can we have them pinned up if possible, if they're there?
Oh, yes. Would love to do that. Okay. Sangeeta. So she's for the
first question. How many grapes are there on the book? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
1 minute, please.
It's okay. Go ahead. Announce the rest of the ones.
Okay.
Yes.
So the second one is by Praveen, who was telling that how many frowny emojis are there. So he went by the answer. And third one was, yes, how many stories are there in the book? So that was by Sangeeta. Then how many tiny tales are in the book? That was by Mr. Kumar.
Wow.
Good. Good.
But I also want to say thank you to everybody who logged in. I know in the middle of the week to spare an hour is not easy. I know, I totally understand that. So I really, really am very thankful to have such wonderful friends who have been a huge pillar of support. So yeah, thank you so much for logging in today and for supporting me and for reading the book and for giving me feedback. Yeah, thank you so much.
And thank you very much to all of you. We had a huge number. We had close to, just like what Srijata told in the very beginning, we have reached half century. So there were around 60 participants joined in the call. And even now, the time is almost around 8:20, but we still have around 38 participants. So thank you very much for being a part of this journey. Thank you very much for all the people who have participated in the chat screen. Also, apart from just saying congratulations to Sowmya, they've actually been a part of of the quiz games and interactions. That was very much appreciated. Thank you very much, all of you. Please do not forget to collect your copies. It is very much appreciated.
If anyone wants to unmute and say something, please go for it. We'll hang around for a little bit longer, but others who want to drop off, go for it. And thank you so much, Srijata, for hosting and for readily agreeing.
Hey, Sowmya. Sowmya, can you hear me? Zoo.
Hi, Zoo. Hi.
Yeah, I joined a little late. I think I joined at 7 and it was already on. And you had some quiz show going on, some pictures of buildings were seen in the background. I didn't really take part and find out, but I enjoy the rest of the show and great going, Sowmya. Awesome. I can't wait to go download the book right now. Actually, I tried downloading it in the middle of the presentation, in the middle of the function, but it still wasn't launched on Amazon. So let me go back and try it again.
But can you please give the name so that I can at least spotlight you?
No, I actually am on the way. I'm on the way in a car, so
Okay.
just my
Thanks so much. I keep calling you Zoo, but yeah, that's Raman Arsu, my school friend. We studied together in Padma Shastri. Anybody else wants to
Sowmya,
say?
hi, this is Rekha. So best wishes, Sowmya. Very proud of you. And I've known Sowmya for more than a decade now, so I'm always very impressed with her. She's very versatile. I mean, even that simple column she makes, she relates it with, some kind of a quote. And she's a singer. I've seen her singing in many occasions. And then a mother of 2 boys. It's not easy at all, and with a profession. And amidst all this, if she can cherry pick some emotions, cherry pick some incidents, and then put it together, it's really amazing. This is more like, you have weaved in a lot of case studies put together, but good case studies, quotes. It's a really nice read. Like what I've written in the testimonial, it's like something that you'll have in hand with a cup of hot chocolate in a nice weather and just go through that. So all the best, Sowmya. It's really nice to have these books in hand because even now the Facebook, when people write on Facebook, they give you this long alert, right? So I don't think anybody has the time or the patience to go through a long post anymore. So books like this are definitely welcome. And yes, it's not just for travel. I think it's something that, it can be U certified. Anybody can read it at all ages. So thank you so much and all the very best, Sowmya, for many more books to come out.
Thanks, Rekha.
Yeah?
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Sowmya, congratulations. This is Shweta.
Hi, Shweta. Wait, Archana, can you spotlight Shweta?
So it was wonderful, Sowmya, aptly titled Sweet and Sour, Sweet Tales with a Sour Twist, or a few sour tales with a sweet twist. Overall, a very breezy, very light Sunday afternoon kind of a read. And I think it triggers some kind of nostalgia for anyone who reads it, right? Even if you haven't really gone through a similar situation yourself. But there's a certain nostalgia. It could have been like a friend of yours telling you that story, or it could have been, a neighbor or somebody. So, and I think the sort of the freshness and the innocence of the content and the way it comes across was very, very refreshing. So wonderful. Congratulations again, and to many more, Sowmya. And having known you, I think the way you kind of look at life in general is something that, I gotten inspired by in terms of, even daily things, the way you approach it. And I think that reflects in your book. So there's a bit of you in your book, clearly, for people who know you. So congratulations and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Shweta.
Sudarshan here. The first time when I heard that your book is getting launched, it was one of shock, actually. Oh my God, Sowmya writing a book. The best part is, as Ranga also mentioned, I always see you as a very sincere Sigamani kind of a person. You're not the person to come up with a twist at the end. You're more about asking the right questions, being the right frame of mind, even the way you're dressed today, you want to be looking prim, proper, the right, your posture, you're always that way. To write something very light is actually, it's a different perspective altogether. It's very, very easy to write, serious stuff, but it's very, very difficult to pick out the threads and come out with things which actually make people smile. Frankly, I've not yet read the book, but from whatever I've listened to, I'm definitely going to be reading the book. And really very nice. I really now reading the book, I'll probably understand you better than what I know you so far. So that'll be an interesting one. If it's any reflection of what you are, and to pick out threads, that's something which we always gloat or glide over things which are the nuances in life. That's why a lot of us see a straight road rather than seeing the beauty on the side. But if you've been able to pick out the beauty that is the path, I think that will be a book to cherish. Very, very proud of you, and very, very happy for you. And as all people were saying, if this is something which is there innate in you, you should not let go of it. One book a year.
Thanks, Sudhir.
Very, very.
Thanks.
Hi, Sowmya.
I would say that's too less. You should write one book a month as per Praveen's standards.
அப்போ ஷார்ட் ஸ்டோரி தான் வரும்.
Hi, Sowmya.
Hi, somebody else was talking. Who's this? Sorry.
I'm Banu from SVC.
Hey, hi, Banu.
Yeah, very nice book. I read it. It was a breezy finish, but then when I started reading the first story, it set the pace actually, because I'm more into thriller novels kind of a person. So the first thing set the pace, saying that, okay, the next one, what will be different from what kind of an ending you might suggest is what was going through while reading the book story actually. But many of the stories were surprising in the sense that it was a little bit of a twist which we never expect. So I liked it in that way. And more than the stories, I like the little stories which were thrown in between. I really liked those. And very good cover as well as the design. Everything was nice. Keep rocking, and then hope you publish more books like this. I'm awaiting your next one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Banu.
Hey, Sowmya, this is Aparna from Dallas, Aparna Valori. Congratulations. It's actually, a culmination of your, your writing, your dream of being a writer. It's just a celebration. I feel I'm a part of this wonderful celebration. And you just continue to inspire me. You were the school topper. You're a fantastic student. This is just another reason why I'm awestruck. And keep going. And I look forward to reading a lot of your books. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Aparna.
Hey, that was new. We must also.
I was not the school topper, but if that's how she remembers it, I don't want to correct it.
Let it be. Let us remember in good ways, isn't it? Nice.
Cool.
Is there
hey, now I really want to do a launch event for my book if somebody will also call me topper. But I think you are close to being the topper.
Yeah, only for that reason, isn't it, Rama? It's nice. Good one.
Is there anybody else who wants to say something? Because I know we are almost...
Yeah, good evening. This is Meenakshi. I first thank Doctor for giving me your book today. I had a chance to read only one. I just left through, saw the titles, and so I missed you. It should be a fantastic love story with a sad ending. Let me see that. Then I read it faster. But at the end of the experience, I wouldn't say it as a story. I was a little shivering. Then, it was very nice. Maybe for that 6 months, I could send my wife somewhere out and stand there, right in the airport. Then once the story is over, I was shivering and sitting in my table, and one guy came in and, what is that? Then he picked the book from me, and I'm sure I'm not going to get it. I will order one in Amazon sooner. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Meenakshi.
or inner, the thought or the inner desires coming out when you're listening or reading these stories. That's what I love about it. So yes, go deep into your inner desires and probably fulfill some of them while you read this book, Sweet and Sour. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, I have to
Sowmya.
drop off, but one last comment. I think I really love the fact that Ravi, you were mentioning about Kriya Docs, right? Actually doing something for indie authors, and if that can really take off, and I'm actually in the process of writing my next couple of books. I would love to use your software and see how it sort of helps me. And I know that, I mean, I've gone through the pain of just seeing what Amazon KDP does to people. So knowing that somebody can take the dagger to them, this just feels really nice to hear. And any way that we all can help in that process, I would love to. And then Praveen, absolutely, I want to definitely reach out to you for marketing. And I will definitely do that. It was wonderful to be part of this experience. And Sowmya, again, this is probably the start of many. And I'm looking forward to that column book, right? Column for the column or something like that. So I'll have to drop off, but thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Rama.
Sowmya, I'll be dropping off too. All the very best once again.
Thanks for that.
Ravi, great job. Wonderful and very good advertisement for Exeter. Very well done.
Thanks. Nice to receive a compliment from you.
I always am nice in public. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Hi, Santosh. I see that you've joined in as well. Thank you so much.
Hello, Sowmya.
Hello, Uncle.
This is Valuri, Parna's dad. Hearty congratulations to you. And writing a book is not easy. All simply saying congratulations and all that to you. A lot of effort must have gone behind it. And that too, you're not a full-time author. Your passion is to write. And I know I could imagine how much effort you might have put and doing a job and taking care of parents and for running a family and all that is not easy. So I'm sure you must have worked very, very hard. Congratulations to you. And I wish many more books to come. And as a matter of fact, I have not read the book, but after having heard the comments from people, I'm so eager to read the book. And I'm sure I will enjoy the book once I get it. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Uncle. Thanks for joining.
Super, great. I think that was a rocking launch. What would you all say? Can we have, I'm going to put every one of you in gallery mode. If you have the book with you, can I ask you to just log in, switch on your cameras and show the book just like that so that we can take a screenshot with the book and give this picture to Sowmya for her to keep. Can I ask that to all of you? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to switch on your cameras, if you can. Oh, you have it in your, I see Santosh having it in his phone. Nice, very, very nice. Okay, super. Arsun, are you there? Can I ask you to probably click a screenshot quickly of this? Tell me when you're done. We are in standstill position. Ravi, are you also holding the book?
Do not leave me a copy. I have to beg and borrow to get my own copy.
Okay, no problem. So you take the picture for us. That's all right.
Picture taken.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for joining, and thank you for giving Sowmya such a beautiful experience today. She has taken the entire, 4 years to come up with such a beautiful book. And this is what we can do for her to encourage her and write more. Sowmya, well done. And thank you for having me here.
Sowmya, mute. We can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. I said thanks, Srijata. And Sujata, I see that you have just turned on your camera.
Do you have the book, Sujata? We can pose it with the book once again.
I haven't got a copy. Like once I get it.
Sure.
Super.
So here's one thing that I can ask you all to do is click a selfie or a picture with the book and send that picture to Sowmya. I'm sure she would love them all.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
All right. Thank you so much. See you around.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
very
you so
best,
much.
Sowmya.
Smiling.
All the very best, Sowmya. Many more to come. Look forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah.
Bye.
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 Great job, Sri.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great job, Archana. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much, Srijata, for presiding over this session. It was very well done. It was very well executed. Thank you so much for keeping a very good, what can I say?
Program.
Yes, thank you.
My pleasure, totally.
I'm kind of running short of words over here. And I can see, as I had mentioned in the beginning, I can see the never-ending smile on Sowmya's face. So what you very well started with, Srijata, saying that it's very nice to hear good things from others about yourself. So I guess I can actually see that coming up over here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ravi,
we can't wait to repay the favor for your book launch. So we know how we've gone through all the like stumbles today. So when we come and do yours, will be perfect.
Soon, I'm going to reach out to you. You know, I'm already done with my first draft of second book. So that'll be soon out there. I'm going to reach out to you on that as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
Good. All right. And I think till the last moment, people were actually joining in the session. So this session has definitely been, you're nodding your heads for that because you can very well see that it has been happening. So I'm not too sure if you had been seeing that, Sowmya, but people were actually joining in even towards the end of the session after 8 o'clock also, people were actually joining in. This is actually a kind of a good success.
And sometimes we had 70.
Absolutely.
We had 70. I know.
Yes, we had 70. Yes, absolutely. 70 people joined in.
Yeah,
that is amazing. That's really, really amazing. Ravi, don't be surprised if Sowmya is sleeping like this tonight.
As long as she doesn't bite me, I'm happy.
Okay, cool. Well, we really look forward for a lot more books coming up, Sowmya. So I guess we have really seen the creative side of you, the writer side of you, and we are looking up for many more publishings from your side.
Thank you. Thanks, Archana. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye-bye.